How did I, as a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, make over $1,500 in 1 week? I explain how in this video. Stay tuned.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hey everyone, my name is Becky Park and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. And I had 2 videos last week where I talked about what sold in the second week of February because it was such a great sales week for me. And it was due to a number of reasons. And we're going to talk about those reasons, namely the fact that I ran a sale. But I know that a lot of you, and myself included, have been struggling with just really slow sales on both Poshmark and eBay this week. And I talk a little bit about what you can do if Poshmark is slow right here. But I wanted to show you how I put a lot of those tips and tricks into practice and was able to have just the best sales week of my life as a result. So let's get right into it, shall we? First of all, I want to talk about kind of the big picture of why I even wanted to run sales last week and how having that big picture in mind helped me just stay really laser focused on the task ahead and ultimately make as much money as I did. So basically in my Poshmark closet, I had over 700 active listings, and on eBay I had like over 400, and I hadn't cross-listed everything over to eBay yet, obviously. But of the 700 items that I had listed, a lot of it was really old and stale inventory and just stuff that I wasn't really passionate about, stuff that I would share and just be like, oh my God. I need to get rid of this stuff. And so my big picture goal when I was thinking about running a sale was really to move out as much inventory as possible, regardless of what it would take. And even taking that one step farther, I was thinking about pulling stuff from my Poshmark closet and eBay store and taking those items to buy, sell, trade stores like Plato's Closet, which really means taking it to Plato's Closet because that's all I have as far as buy, sell, trade store in my area. And then also trying out a local consignment store for my more mature brands. And so that was something that I had in mind, and knowing from past experience of having sold clothes at Plato's Closet, I know that they don't give you a lot. Like if I'm lucky, I will make back my initial investment that I made at the thrift store for some pieces, maybe like from 1 or 2 years ago, but I know that it's not that much. And so knowing that I was at that point where I was willing to accept like $1 or $2 for some pieces of clothing, I knew that it would be worth it on my end to first run a sale and try to move some stuff out from my Poshmark closet and eBay store on my own terms before pulling those items and taking them to Plato's Closet and a local consignment store. On a tangent, if you will, in a few weeks, I hope to have a video where I share my experience of just that, like what it was like for me to pull inventory, take it to those different places, how much I made, what kind of stuff they took. I've personally been enjoying watching those kinds of videos, so I thought it was about high time that I went ahead and did that with a lot of, like I said, stale inventory in my own Poshmark closet and eBay store. So that video will be coming out shortly, and if you want to know when exactly, then make sure that you're subscribed and make sure that you hit that bell notification so that you know as soon as I upload that video. But going back, what I wanted to do was sell all of my stuff, stale inventory especially, on my own terms. So that was kind of the big picture as to why I even wanted to run this sale. And obviously I wanted to make a lot of money. Like, who doesn't want to make a lot of money? But anyway, the first thing I encourage you to do when you are thinking about running a big sale is think about the timing. Is this good timing to run a sale? And I mean that in a variety of ways. So for example, you need to figure out if it's good timing for you personally in your personal life. So you want to make sure that there's not a lot of other stuff going on in your personal life. You don't have a lot of like work events, or you don't have like a big birthday party that you're also planning at the same time. You want to make sure that your schedule is pretty free, because running this kind of sale is the most successful if you are able to spend a lot of time on Poshmark and on eBay doing a lot of different things that I'll talk about later in this video. And you also want to make sure that you leave a lot of time for shipping, because the hope is that you're going to be selling a lot of stuff, which means you have to ship out all of that stuff. So typically for me, I'll spend like, I don't know, it depends on the day, but like 5 minutes to 30 minutes a day shipping, depending on how much I've sold. But on these big sales days where I was selling like 20, 30 things, I was spending like 2 hours or 3 hours on shipping, just because it was so much stuff. And I had to, pull everything, package everything, take it to the post office, or set up a shipping or set up a package delivery. But I mean, sometimes it would take a really long time. So you want to make sure that you have the time to even invest into the sale so that you sell a lot of items, and then once you sell all of those items that you have the time to ship it out. You also want to make sure that you're thinking about marketing your sale, and I'll talk a little bit later about how I did that, but there was a little prep involved with that as far as having stuff ready for when the sale dropped, and it is a little bit of a time investment to create those things. You also want to make sure that you have all of the shipping supplies that you need beforehand so that you're not wasting time when you should be shipping, going out and picking up stuff that you need to ship stuff out. You just want to have everything ready so that as the orders come in, the workflow is nice and smooth and you've got everything you need so that you can ship things out in a timely and efficient manner. Finally, when it comes to timing, I looked out because the week that I chose to run my sale, I did it in mind knowing that it was a holiday weekend. So I ran my sale the week right before President's Day, so that Monday was President's Day, and like it was the weekend before, so the Friday before is when I launched my 50% off sale on both Poshmark and eBay. And I think that that worked out really well because a lot of people do associate those holiday weekends with like shopping, and so whether it's like going to an actual mall or other brick and mortar stores or going online and shopping online, it's something that they're thinking about is the idea of shopping. And also a lot of people have been receiving their tax returns, so it was just like a really great weekend in the year to run a sale. On top of that, Poshmark ran a make a deal day promotion on Tuesday, and that was ultimately what helped me kind of create the timeline of how I was going to run my sale and offer the different promotions that I did. You want to make sure that you give a lot of thought to the timing of your sale, if it can coincide with some different holidays or different promotions that already eBay or Poshmark are running, then it's only going to work in your favor. So now let's talk specifically about what I did. So I knew that at the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I knew that during that weekend time, I was going to put my entire eBay store on sale for 50% off, and I knew that I wanted to run a sale on Poshmark for 50% off as well. And a lot of you asked, how do you run a sale on Poshmark? Because there's not just like a way to go in and change the price of all of your stuff to show the discount that you're willing to offer. And so we'll talk about that here in a second. But I knew that at the end of the week, that's what I wanted to do. So I kind of like reverse engineered it, and I thought about, okay, so if that's what I'm going to do and I'm willing to sell all my stuff for 50% off, how can I sell my stuff for less than 50% off before the weekend? So when I thought about it backwards, I thought to myself, okay, at some point, I'm going to send out offers to likers on everything in my Poshmark closet for a slightly smaller discount than the 50% off that they can get starting Friday, because I want to be able to make as much as they can off of any given item. And it just so worked out that Tuesday, Poshmark was running a make a deal promotion. And what they do on those days is they are encouraging everyone on Poshmark to send out offers to likers. And if they do, those people are entered into some sort of drawing, and you can win like $100 of Poshmark credit. So a lot of people are sending out offers to likers. And Poshmark does that because they know that when you do, you are more likely to make a sale. And if you make a sale, then they make some money. So Tuesday happened to be the day that they were running this promotion, make a deal day. And so what I did was on Tuesday, I sent out 35 to 40% off offers on every single item in my Poshmark closet that had a like. I started in the morning at the very bottom of my closet, and whenever I had any pocket of time, whether it was like 30 minutes because I had a prep period, or whether it was like the 2-minute walk from my office to the bathroom, I would send out offers to likers starting from the bottom of my closet for about 35 to 40% off of each item. And even though that was pretty hefty, and then especially you have to also consider the $2.12 of shipping discount that you have to offer when you send out offers to likers, it was still going to give me more money on that item of profit than if I were to sell it later on in the week at 50% off. So throughout the day, I found small pockets of time, sent out offers to likers on almost every single item in my Poshmark closet for that 35 to 40% off mark. Now, if it was like pretty new and I didn't want to move it for that price, then I would send out like a 20% off offer or something. But I basically sent out like hundreds of offers, although like the percentage of sales that I made from doing that wasn't as large as I wish it was. I'll actually put here how many sales I made as a result of people accepting my offers to likers. It really wasn't that many given how many offers I sent out. Like, you should assume that I sent out probably 500 offers to likers, if not more. But even though I only made this many sales from that, it was still me making at least like 60, 70% off of that item versus only making 50% off of it that I would have made if that item had sold on Friday. And furthermore, I was on my Poshmark app a lot that day, sending out offers. And as a result, I feel like it really kind of triggered the Poshmark algorithm. And I was also making like full price sales, or people were sending me offers, not knowing that I was sending out these offers to likers on different things. So it actually resulted in a lot more sales than just those people who were accepting my offers to likers. And that's one of the benefits of, sending out offers to likers on everything. You're not just going to make sales from that, but it's going to spark just a lot more traffic to your Poshmark closet in general. So that's what I did Tuesday. And so between Tuesday and Wednesday, I had some really great sales, and I hadn't even begun my 50% off sale yet. I kind of did the same thing on eBay. If anyone was watching an item on eBay, between Tuesday and Wednesday, then what I would do is I would send them, again, kind of like a 35 to 40% off offer on that item, because I knew that on Friday I was going to be running a 50% off sale. So I utilized kind of the same technique on eBay. The way that they structure their offers to watchers situation is a little bit different, but it's pretty similar in that someone's watching your item, you send out offers to all of the new watchers, and they can decide if they want to accept it or not. And then on Wednesday, I took some time to create the graphic for the listing that I was going to put in my Poshmark closet to advertise my 50% off sale. I use the app Canva. It is a free app. I'll link it down below. And basically what it does is it allows you to create these really nice graphics, especially if you don't have a lot of like graphic design experience. This is the one that I created. I just used a stock photo that they already had within their database. It was free, and then I just put in the relevant information for my sale. And what I did was on Wednesday around 9 p.m., I created a post on my Instagram as well as a little post in the community section of my YouTube channel, and I let people know that I was going to be running this 50% off sale in my Poshmark closet and eBay store, and I was going to open it up just to my YouTube subscribers and Instagram followers for the first 24 hours. So I wouldn't even let other people on Poshmark or eBay know about it until Friday, but the YouTube subscribers and Instagram followers were going to get first dibs on Thursday. So I created that post on Instagram. I talked about it in my stories, and I posted that stuff on Instagram and YouTube around 9 p.m. And I encouraged people in my Instagram stories to go ahead and start creating their bundles, and I told them that they could start sending me offers on Poshmark at 50% off of my asking price at midnight. And so what happened was a lot of people, jumped into my Poshmark closet, and they were creating all these bundles of stuff that they wanted. And then someone had the bright idea to message me and say, could I just send you the offer right now? Because I don't really want to stay up till midnight. And I was like, neither do I, girl. Like, that is like the dumbest thing I ever heard. So I got back on Instagram and I let everyone know, hey, actually, if you want to go ahead and send me offers now, you can. I'll open up the sale even a little bit earlier, and you can start sending me offers now. So I made so many great bundle sales between like that 10 p.m. to midnight mark on Wednesday night, because I had marketed it as an exclusive sale to just my Instagram followers and YouTube subscribers. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, shameless plug, you can find me at Becky Park on Poshmark. But by creating this kind of like aura around the sale that it was exclusive for just select individuals, it gave them more motivation to go into my Poshmark closet and shop, especially because they knew that at some point it was going to be opened up to the general public and they would have to fight a little harder to get the items that they wanted. And I think that the majority of my sales from the sale actually came Wednesday night. And then on Thursday, I just, made sure to talk about the sale a lot in my Instagram story so that if anyone was on Instagram, they would see, that I was running a sale and hopefully come visit my closet. And then on Friday, that's when I opened the sale to the public. So on eBay, it's really nice because if you have an eBay store, there is a tab for promotions and markdowns. I think that's what it is. And you can just put your entire store on sale. That is something that I had talked about in this video, the reasons why I hate Poshmark. Poshmark doesn't allow you to do that yet. Hopefully they figure out like this is something that they should be doing, but on Poshmark, you cannot just put your entire closet on sale. On eBay, you can. And what I mean by putting your entire store on sale is if you decide to run a 50% off sale, you kind of go into the back end, create the sale, push a couple buttons, select which items you want to put on sale. And then when people come across your item on eBay as they're searching for whatever, let's say they're searching for a Madewell denim jacket. If they see your Madewell denim jacket in the search results, it will show up with like the regular price that you had it priced at. Let's say you had it priced at $49.99. And it'll have a dash through that price, and in red it'll show the sale price of $24.99. And that is so much more enticing for the buyer to say, this person is running a 50% off sale and I can get this jacket for 50% off, whereas everyone else is pricing it at $49.99. I'm going to buy the one that's half off. That is an amazing feature that eBay has for their buyers to run these different sales in their eBay store. Poshmark doesn't do anything like that. You can run a sale, but you have to kind of do it in this weird background way. And people on Poshmark will never know that you're running a sale just by like searching for an item. Let's use the same Madewell denim jacket as an example. If you're running a sale and they search for a Madewell denim jacket and your jacket shows up, it's still going to show up as $49. And they won't know that you're running a sale unless they've been sent there from like Instagram or some other social media platform, or unless they see your denim jacket listing and then they click into your closet and then they see the listing that you've created for said sale. That's a huge flaw. It's a huge missed opportunity, I personally think, on Poshmark's end, and it's something that my shirt is super weird. Okay. Now we're kind of even. But that is something that I hope they think about, trying to find a fix for, because I think they can make a lot more money that way. So knowing that, I create a listing on Poshmark and it's always at the very top of my closet so that when anyone comes to my closet, the first thing they see is my sale listing. But I create a listing with the picture that I created or the graphic that I created on Canva, and I put in the description what like the fine print of my sale is. So, if you want to make sure that you're only running the sale on items that are like $10 or more, or if you have other kind of promotions going on, like a 4 for $25 sale or something like that, and you want to make it clear that you're not also offering 50% off additionally on top of that, like 4 for $25 deal, you can put all that information in the description. And for the listing title, I just put something like 50% off entire closet or something like that so that people can see right away what's going on. Even with that listing at the top of your closet though, again, people just won't really know that there is a sale going on in your Poshmark closet unless you let them know. So that's my next tip, if you will, is I'll be honest with you, like I'm pretty aggressive when I'm running sales, especially on Poshmark, because I know that the average Poshmark shopper is not going to know that I'm running a sale in my Poshmark closet. Even if they find things that they like as they are searching for different items in the search feed, they're not going to know that my item happens to be 50% cheaper than the next person's item, because there's no way for them to know that. So the way that I'm aggressive is if I receive a like on any item, almost right away, I will go into the bundle feature, create a bundle for them. And if you want to know how I do that, I do have a video where I show how to create a bundle and how to message someone within that bundle feature. And I will link that right here as well as down in the description section below. And it's at this second mark. Like it's not, the video is not just about that, but I show you at this mark how to do that. But I'll create the bundle and I will put the item that person has liked in the bundle. I have a keyboard shortcut. So in essence, it's like 3 or 4 sentences explaining my sale, how long the sale is going to run for, and how they can take part in the sale. I have like this 3 or 4 sentences explaining all of that as a keyboard shortcut. So all I have to really type out is, I think I programmed it so it was 50 exclamation point, and if I type out 50 exclamation point, all of that stuff spills out. And I do have a video on how to create keyboard shortcuts as well. So I will link that here as well as down in the description below as well. It's a huge time saver. But I will type 50 exclamation point and it'll, spit out this explanation about the fact that I'm running a sale. And if it's an item that I want gone at 50% off, then I will also in that moment send them an offer for 50% off right then and there. And the beauty of doing that within the bundle feature is you do not have to attach a shipping discount to it. You're going to save a little bit of money versus like if you were to do that through offers to likers, because when you are sending out offers to likers, you have to attach that $2.12 shipping discount to it. Someone is like yelling in the hallway. If it's an item that's newer or I wasn't crazy about the idea of selling it at 50% off, then what I would do is still create the bundle, still put the item in there. I just wouldn't send them the offer, and I would hope that they would actually go through my closet and find other items to add to the bundle, because the beauty of it is Poshmark does have that one flat shipping cost. And so people know that, and they know that they can get like 5 or 6 items in a bundle and only have to pay for that one shipping fee. And that's pretty wonderful. So that's how you can get some like bigger bundle sales, is by letting people know, hey, you should bundle stuff because you only have to pay this one shipping fee once for all of these items. And that is definitely an incentive for people to bundle. So on top of, paying attention to whenever I got new likes on items from Friday to Sunday, another thing that I did to like kind of be aggressive was I would go into my old stale listings, stuff that I like especially wanted gone, stuff that I knew I was eventually going to pull and take to Plato's or my local consignment store. And I would go into those listings, see who liked those listings, and I would just go ahead and like put the item in a bundle for those people who would like that item, and I would send them a 50% off offer as well as an explanation about the sale. And I actually was able to move some older pieces by doing just that. I went into old listings, just created a bundle for them out of that listing that they had liked. Some people maybe like a year ago, maybe half a year ago, but their like was still there. And so I was able to let them know about the sale, send them a 50% off offer, and move the item for far more than what I would make off of that item if I had to sell it to Plato's or my local consignment sale. So that was another way where I was much more proactive about finding buyers versus waiting for them to come to me. They had already come into my closet at some point in their life and liked an item, so now I was just giving them an incentive to finally purchase that item. Another thing that I did was I followed a lot of people during this time. I, followed a lot of new Poshers. I followed a lot of people who had followed brands that I carried in my Poshmark closet. But again, by like just finding different ways to be active on the app, it was triggering the algorithm to just continue to send people to my Poshmark closet. And as they came to my closet, hopefully they found something they liked, or hopefully they saw my listing about my 50% off sale. And I like to think that I made a few sales that way just from following new people. And then finally, you want to make sure that you're still continuing to share. Like I actually shared more than I typically do on the days that I was running the sale, because I wanted to get more likes, because especially since I was going to be able to offer this 50% off discount, I knew that I would be able to convert likes into sales more readily than on any other given week when I was maybe just going to send them like a 10% off discount or something like that. And so I shared my closet as much as I humanly could throughout that week so that I could get as many likes as I could on different items, just as many eyes on my items as much as I could. And that definitely helped lead to more sales. I also made sure to continue listing, because I think that that kind of like triggers a different part of the Poshmark algorithm, if you will, and it helps, drive more traffic to your Poshmark closet in general. So I made sure to continue doing some of those things that are daily practices, and I didn't let go of those. And if anything, I try to like up the ante when it came to those things as well. Again, this is why I talked about like you want to make sure that you have the time to invest in your sale, because it's this kind of stuff that helps your sale be more successful. So at the end of the week, I was able to move out this many items. I haven't figured it out yet, which is why I'm doing it like this. I was able to move out this many items, and I was able to make a net sales amount of $1,524.24. And that's as a part-time seller, which I think is something to be really, really proud of, especially because I have a really demanding full-time job. I'm a mom, I've got 2 kids, I'm married. You know, there's a lot of other stuff going on in my life, but to have $1,500 that I didn't have before because of this sale and the different things that I did to prepare for it, that's something that it's really nice to know I can kind of make that happen. I can engineer that. And if there ever comes a time in my life when I'm like, I need a good chunk of change right now, these are the kinds of things that I would do to make that happen. So if you have any other really helpful tips on how to run a successful sale in your Poshmark closet or in your eBay store, I would love for you to leave that in the comment section down below. And if you're thinking about running a similar sale, I would definitely read the comments down in the comment section below, because people often leave some really amazing tips that I learn a lot from too. I steal a lot of ideas from the comment section, and this is just such a wonderful community and place to learn and grow from. So definitely, if you have anything to share, please leave that in the comment section down below. Or even if you're just kind of thinking about maybe trying out some of these techniques, I'd love to hear from you as well. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button on your way out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.